They married young, eager to start a family and grow old together. Their love was fresh and full of promise, a beacon of hope for the future. They envisioned a life filled with shared dreams and mutual support, a journey they would embark on hand in hand. The early years of their marriage were blissful. They navigated the challenges of building a life together with grace and humor. Every obstacle they faced only strengthened their bond, making them more resilient and united. They found joy in the little things, like cooking meals together and sharing stories late into the night. Their home was filled with laughter and love, a sanctuary from the outside world. It was a place where they could be themselves, free from judgment and full of acceptance. They decorated their home with memories, each photo and memento a testament to their journey together. John, as John, I worked hard to provide for my family, putting in long hours and making sacrifices to ensure our future was secure. Every effort was worth it, knowing that I was building a foundation for our dreams, while Mary poured her heart into creating a warm and welcoming home. She had a knack for making every space feel cozy and inviting, a true haven for our family. Her love was evident in every detail, from the meals she prepared to the way she nurtured our children. We welcomed two beautiful children into our lives. Their arrival brought a new dimension to our love, deepening our connection and filling our days with joy and purpose. We watched them grow with wonder, each milestone a precious memory. We were overjoyed, our hearts overflowing with love for our growing family. Every laugh, every tear, every moment was a treasure. Our children became the center of our world, and we dedicated ourselves to giving them the best life possible. We embraced parenthood with enthusiasm, cherishing every moment with our children. From bedtime stories to family vacations, we made the most of every opportunity to create lasting memories. Our home was a place of learning, love, and endless adventure. Life was good, their happiness a beacon of hope and inspiration to all who knew them. Friends and family often remarked on the joy that radiated from their home, a testament to the love and dedication they shared. Their story was one of perseverance, love, and unwavering commitment. As the years passed, John and Mary's bond grew stronger. They faced life's inevitable challenges with a united front, their love a constant source of strength and comfort. Each passing year brought new experiences and deeper understanding, solidifying their connection. They were more than just husband and wife. They were best friends, confidants, and partners in every sense of the word. They supported each other in every endeavor, celebrating successes and comforting each other in times of need. Their relationship was built on trust, respect, and a deep, abiding love. John as John. We faced life's ups and downs together, always finding a way to overcome obstacles and emerge stronger. Our journey was not without its trials, but we never lost sight of what truly mattered: our love and commitment to each other, our love unwavering through it all. No matter what life threw at us, we stood by each other, our bond unbreakable. We learned that true love is not just about the good times, but about weathering the storms together and coming out the other side even more connected. Our love story was an inspiration, a testament to the enduring power of love and commitment. It showed that with dedication, patience, and a lot of heart, love can conquer all. Our journey together was a beautiful tapestry of shared dreams, challenges, and triumphs, a story that will continue to inspire for generations to come. In the bedroom, John found himself struggling. The weight of his worries seemed to press down on him, making it hard to breathe. He sat on the edge of the bed, his mind racing with thoughts he couldn't control. His desire for intimacy with Mary, once a source of joy and connection, began to dwindle. The passion that once burned brightly between them now felt like a distant memory. Nights that were once filled with warmth and closeness had turned cold and distant. He felt embarrassed, ashamed even, unable to satisfy his wife in the way he once had. The pressure to perform, to be the man he thought he should be, weighed heavily on him. Each failed attempt only deepened his sense of inadequacy. The shame and guilt gnawed at him, driving a wedge between him and Mary. He couldn't bear to look her in the eyes, fearing she would see the failure he felt inside. Their conversations became stilted, filled with awkward silences and unspoken words. John, as John, I tried to hide my struggles from Mary, but the distance between us grew. I thought I was protecting her, but in reality I was only pushing her further away. The more I withdrew, the more isolated I felt. I became withdrawn, irritable, and distant. The frustration I felt with myself spilled over into every aspect of my life. I snapped at Mary over the smallest things, unable to control my temper. The man she fell in love with seemed to be disappearing before her eyes. Mary, sensing my emotional withdrawal, felt confused and hurt. She didn't understand why the man who once adored her was now so distant. She reached out to me, desperate to bridge the gap that had formed between us. She tried to reach out to me, to understand what was wrong, but I, trapped in my own shame, pushed her away. I couldn't find the words to explain what I was going through. Instead, I built walls around myself, keeping her at arm's length. The once vibrant spark in their relationship began to flicker. The connection that had once been so strong now felt fragile and tenuous. We were like two ships passing in the night, unable to find our way back to each other. The laughter that once filled their home was replaced by an uncomfortable silence. The joy and spontaneity that had defined our relationship were gone, replaced by a heavy sense of loss. We went through the motions of daily life, but the emotional connection was missing. John and Mary, once inseparable, now found themselves living parallel lives, their connection fading with each passing day. We shared a home, but it felt like we were living in separate worlds. The love that had once been our foundation was now riddled with cracks, threatening to crumble beneath us. Each day the distance between us grew, and I feared we would never find our way back to each other. John felt like the ground had been ripped out from under him. The news hit him like a freight train, leaving him reeling and gasping for air. He had always thought that their love was unbreakable, a fortress that could withstand any storm. But now, that fortress lay in ruins, and he was left standing amidst the rubble, trying to make sense of the devastation. His wife, the woman he had loved and cherished for over a decade, had betrayed him in the most unimaginable way. The arguments had been escalating for months, but he never imagined it would come to this. The trust they had built over the years was shattered, and the foundation of their relationship crumbled beneath the weight of her betrayal. The pain was compounded by the fact that his best friend, someone he trusted implicitly, was also involved. Mike had been like a brother to him, a confidant, and a source of unwavering support. The realization that Mike had been part of this betrayal cut deeper than any wound he had ever experienced. John, in that moment, my world collapsed. Everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and friendship was turned upside down. The people I held closest to my heart had become strangers, and I was left to pick up the pieces of my shattered life. The life I had built, the love I had believed in, all of it seemed like a cruel illusion. I spent countless nights sitting alone in the dark, replaying every moment, every conversation, trying to understand where it all went wrong. The memories that once brought me joy now haunted me, a constant reminder of the betrayal that had torn my world apart. The pain of betrayal was overwhelming, leaving me feeling lost, broken, and utterly alone. I wandered through life like a ghost, disconnected from the world around me. The future I had envisioned with Mary was gone, replaced by a void that seemed impossible to fill. I confronted Mary and Mike, my voice trembling with rage and heartbreak. The confrontation was intense, emotions running high as I demanded answers. How could they do this to me? How could they destroy everything we had built together? Sarah, as Mary. I'm so sorry, John. Her apology felt hollow, a mere echo of the love we once shared. The regret in her eyes was evident, but it did little to ease the pain that consumed me. I felt neglected. Your emotional and physical distance was too much. The distance between us had grown over the years, a chasm that neither of us had been willing to bridge. The love that once burned brightly had faded, replaced by a cold and unyielding silence. Mike was there for me, offering the comfort and understanding that you had withheld. In my moments of despair, he had been a source of solace, a shoulder to lean on. But now that comfort felt like a betrayal in itself, a cruel twist of fate that left me questioning everything. Her words, though painful to hear, held a grain of truth that John couldn't ignore. The neglect, the distance, the emotional void, it had all played a part in the unraveling of their relationship. As much as he wanted to place all the blame on Mary and Mike, he knew that he too had a role in the downfall of their love. The realization was a bitter pill to swallow, but it was a necessary step towards healing and understanding. After the betrayal, John's life spiraled. He couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, haunted by images of Sarah and Mike.
The pain of their betrayal was a constant ache in my chest.
His once unwavering confidence was shattered, replaced by self-doubt and insecurity. He felt like a failure, both as a husband and as a man. John withdrew from everything and everyone he knew. He quit his job, stopped returning calls from concerned friends, and shut himself off from the world. He felt lost and alone, adrift in a sea of pain and despair. The man who had once been so full of life was now a shadow of his former self. One day, John stumbled upon an article about the benefits of F-Cammaris Maca root. Intrigued, he began to research. He learned that Maca, a plant native to the Andes Mountains of Peru, had been used for centuries to enhance energy, stamina, and libido. It was traditionally used by warriors to increase strength and endurance, and by couples to improve fertility and sexual function.
I was desperate for anything that could help me regain my vitality and zest for life.
He decided to give F-Cammaris Maca root a try. He ordered a bottle online, hoping that this ancient plant held the key to healing his emotional and physical wounds. He knew he had a long road ahead of him, but for the first time since the betrayal, he felt a glimmer of hope.